Morning. So I've never done one of these before, but you know what? I'm trying new things, so what the hell? Good morning. Oh yeah. I got so tired of my hair being so fried looking, so I thought I'd put a little curl in it. Good morning. So here we go. We're gonna do our first get ready with me because I've never done this before, but you know, I like to try new things, so what the hell? Happy Friday. I keep thinking today is Saturday because it's been like the longest week ever. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to my bathroom. Funny story. We remodeled this bathroom. We moved into this house 14 years ago. And the reason why we moved into this house, I'm never going to get ready because I'm just going to tell 18,000 stories. Probably, hey, Britt, hey. Basically, we moved into this house because we lived on another street that was like 9 blocks away, and that's it. And okay, I guess I can curl my hair while I'm doing this. I don't even know why I'm curling my hair because I only have one appointment today, but whatever. We're going to just, feel pretty. I had 3 kids under the age of 6 at the time. And every time we would, so 2 of them were in school, and I would have to wake up the baby to go pick up the kids at school. It was only 9 blocks away from our old house. But also our old house, we had built it whenever my second one was like 6 months old. And so it didn't have a big backyard. It didn't have a backyard at all. And it also was on kind of a busy street. And I was always afraid. Like one time we were getting ready to go on a trip. And when Max was a baby, I think he was like 1, somehow he got out of the front door and was like just toddling in our front yard. And we were just a few houses off of Abrams. And I don't know if you know anything about Lakewood where I live, but Abrams is really busy. And I remember looking out the window and seeing him toddling. And I was like, so anyway, I wanted a quieter street. I wanted like a dead end. And I also wanted something close, walking distance to Lakewood Elementary, which is where my kids go to school. And first of all, if you are looking to move to Dallas, Lakewood's the best because you honestly cannot find a better neighborhood. So I grew up in a very small town in Louisiana called Hammond. And basically, we hardly ever locked our doors. We had it was amazing. Or maybe we did, and I just thought we didn't. I feel like maybe this is just my memory. Mama, if you're on here, can you come in and tell me if I'm wrong? But I don't remember us really, I just remember I would get on my bike and ride my bike all day. And then it would get dark, and then that's when I knew it was time to come home. My mom never knew where I was. We didn't have a GPS. I didn't have a phone. I didn't even have a phone until, Charlie was born. So anyway, I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. But the point is that this story is not even making any sense. But basically, when we built the house when Max was a baby, I knew that I wanted to be closer to the school. We weren't even looking. And again, this feeds into what I keep talking about, how people are never, I would say 98% of my clients weren't like, oh, we've been talking about moving for 2 years and now we're just going to gently move into the process. It never works like that. It's like you go to a party, you look at the house across the street and you're like, this is what happened to me. I went to Bunko one night, not knowing that I was about to find my future house. And my friend said, guess what? They're selling their house across the street and they have the best pool. And I was like, sounds fun. And the next day, I set up a showing at the house. And this was in 2010. And I was like, we no more were looking for a house. Our house was fine. We had just built it 5 years prior. That was not on the radar, not even close.
But you know when you just see it and you feel it and you're like, oh my God, like I did not like the interior of this house at all. I loved the layout. I loved the location, and I loved the backyard. And I always tell my clients, there's 3 things. You can either get your budget or your location or your house, but you can never get all 3. And so this was budget and location for sure. And lucky for me, I'm married to a guy who can fix up a house. And so I knew that the Tuscan vomit that was all over this house, I could totally do, because I was like, eventually we will fix up the whole house. So we did. And everything top to bottom in this house has been remodeled. The bathroom we did probably 10 years ago. And honestly, I like what I did, but I would do it. Your tastes change. And I wanted like a spa. I wanted Carrera everywhere. I wanted it to feel like a spa when I walked in here, which it does. It's very light and bright and pretty, and I have so much good natural light. Look at the natural light here where I put my makeup on. But it's a lot of Carrera. Now I'm a little more simplified. I like white subway tile. Like, sue me. That's just my jam. But anyway, I guess I should have picked this bathroom up a little before going live. Okay, so we live and we learn. We move. But anyway, so the point is that I've never gone live in my bathroom. Get ready with me. But I thought, you know what? I got to get dressed. I got an appointment. Why not see what's going on with the humans today? That sounds fun, right? And also, did y'all know that today, I'm such a geek. This is what I love. But Tony Robbins is doing a free training right now. And I did day 1 yesterday. And I always do these. Now, I am going to see Tony Robbins in November with my husband on our anniversary, which he is so excited about. Notice my sarcasm. He's not. I think he thinks that I'm going to sell his ticket. Oh, but I'm not. He's coming. We're going to walk that fire. We're going to walk on fire. We're going to be a power couple after this. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Tony Robbins is doing a free training right now. And I did day 1 yesterday, which was great. I loved it. And they're talking all about something called GG. I don't know. It's like they have their own AI. But I like it because he's talking to people. He's mostly talking to entrepreneurs about how to really step into 2024. And he just is like, every time I think I'm not going to learn something new from him, I always do. It's crazy. Like, he always has something that I need to hear. So if you want to join that, I think you can join it still today. I'm not sure. Of course, I'm not an affiliate. I wouldn't even know how to do that. All I know is that all you got to do is Google Tony Robbins, and I'm sure they've got links. And then they send you the replay. So it's really cool. But I am definitely going to attend that training because I'm telling you, it just breathes life into everything. I never realized how much, because when I first started, we didn't do trainings. Like, if you did a training, it was awful and boring. And like, you had to go up to your broker. Oh, you did, Kristen. See, we do all the same stuff. Isn't that crazy? I love you. Anyway, yeah, it was good, wasn't it? I liked it. It was kind of like, I saw somebody say, oh, this is just a big sales pitch. Well, they're all sales pitches, of course. How do you think they're going to put on like a giant, for 800,000 people all over the world for free, and they're not going to eventually try to sell you something? Of course they are. And look, I'm down for it. Don't tell Scott Elfman, but I'm sure I'll, No, I'm not. But anyway, what is my point? I don't even know. I'm just talking to y'all like coffee talk. But he's good. He's amazing. And every time. And I wonder how long he's going to continue to do this, because his voice is so gravelly. Like, I don't know how he continues to do this, honestly. He's a phenomenon. But if that doesn't just show you what living clean and, you know, serving people and how good that is for your health and everything, it's amazing. I don't know what my hair is doing. It's crazy. So anyway, I'm going to do that today, but I also have a couple of appointments for work and, you know, excited about that. So I came on here to talk to you while I put some eyes on about social media. Y'all, I'm not joking. Like, when I say this is going to be my best year ever, I'm not joking. And this is not bragging. I am not bragging at all, because I'm not telling you specific numbers or whatever. I just want you to know what is available, because I really didn't realize by leaning into social media how much it would affect my life. Like, I really didn't understand. Hey, Amy. Hi. I did not understand the repercussions. I really just thought, I want to get some new clients. I want to do some deals. And my business was stagnant in 22. And I just wanted to try something new. That was the whole purpose behind me leaning into social media. That was it. We're going to try to do makeup. This is going to be interesting, but I'm going to talk the whole time like I do. So anyway, have y'all ever tried this? I love this stuff. It's Tula, but it's got a little SPF in it. Oh, let's just be an influencer this morning. Cheers. All right. So anyway, I love this stuff, and it's got SPF in it, which is great. I had no idea. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea I was just tired of feeling bad about my business. I was tired of feeling jealous of other agents who were slaying it and doing it in a great way. And I really just wanted to give it a try. And I had no idea. Hey, Deborah. Hi. I had no idea what was in store. Like, no clue. And also, let me just tell you this too. When I started doing like group coaching and stuff like that back in about 5 years ago, when Emma went off to school, I went a little crazy, a little wackadoodle. And I was like, I've got to find myself and my purpose and all that. So that was the first time I really leaned into real estate. And that was when I first really started to see that, oh, what I put out there, I could actually get back. Like, wherever your attention goes, energy flows. So I went all in on social media. I remember when Emma was a senior and I was sitting on vacation with Amy, my bestie, and she said to me, have you ever just gone all in on real estate? Like, you really love it, and it seems like something that you could, be good at. And I was like, I never have. Like, I've always just kind of sold a few houses or helped Scott or whatever, but I never just really went all in. Because you know what happens when you go all in? There's a chance that you can fail, right? So that is what holds us back. Like, that's the key to everything right there, especially if you're my age and your kids are getting older and you're like, what the hell am I going to do with the rest of my life? My kids don't need me anymore. What am I supposed to just go play mahjong every day? Or like, I don't know, put on like my comfortable shoes and my culottes and like just slowly decline. I don't know. Like, these were the thoughts I had. I would wake up seized with anxiety. Like, what have I done with my life? Well, I raised 3 humans to be independent and to take care of themselves. So that was a good thing. But other than that, I was like, wait, I don't even know what I like. I don't even know what I want to do. And I know because I've spoken to thousands of women online and in real life, that when we hit this part of our life, it's like, what am I going to do with myself? Who am I? Like, I've always been Emma, Max, and Charlie's mom. I've always been Scott's wife. I've always supported him. I've always made sure dinner was on the table, even if it sucked. I always put everyone's needs before mine.
And then I was like, holy shit, now I have to figure it out for myself. And nobody's going to do it for you, girls. Nobody's going to come save you. I always look to Scott to tell me what to do. He couldn't tell me what to do in this situation. I had to do it myself. And it took some time of me figuring that out. Like, okay, let's write down what I like. What do I want? And so I joined Heather Chauvin's, like, I think it was called Mastery or Business Mastery. Heather Chauvin is this badass coach from Canada. And I used to watch her, listen to her podcast. Like, well, I remember I was packing Emma up for college and I would listen to her podcast. And she cusses like a sailor, which you know I love. And she's just so raw and so real and so good. And she just talks about feeling better. Like, if you don't feel good, nobody's going to come save you. It's kind of like Mel Robbins. Like, that's another person I love. Nobody's going to come save you. You've got to figure it out yourself, right? So, how are we going to do this? We're going to try to put eyeliner on. I won't talk to you for a minute. All right. So anyway, I started listening to Heather Chauvin, and then I ended up joining her group coaching. And her group coaching was like 10 months of going to calls on Zoom. I think it was once or twice a week. See, she does have eyes. And then, so we would do that. And then she had a program, like you would just go through the program and you would talk about, you know, what do you want? You would just get really clear on what you want. Another person that I followed like crazy and so obsessively that I actually went to one of her live events, and I even went to all her movies that I was crazy, is Rachel Hollis. And at the time, that's what I needed to hear. And I still love her. I don't care what you say about her. She is an innovator. She definitely is. She's a muse or whatever. She's inspirational no matter what you say. I don't care. And a good mama. And I love that she's got this cutie boyfriend who's probably like 5'2", and he's adorable. Okay. Why am I even talking about that? I don't know. See, I can make an eye. Anyway, I can do this. The point is, I was following all these people because I was having a hard time in real life knowing what I wanted to do. And so I got on social media, I got on podcasts, I started listening. And then when I joined this Heather Chauvin group coaching, you had to like go to these calls and you had to turn your camera on. I was like, I can't do that. So I wouldn't do it. I would just totally leave my camera off. And she would say, okay, everybody turn your camera on. I want to see your faces. And nope, I wasn't. Nope. I don't know why I was so freaked out, but I just literally could not do it. Like, it freaked me out so bad. It made me so nervous. Look, we all have our things that we don't like about ourselves. This is one of mine. I got a lot happening, but this is my face. This is what I look like. And if you have clients who you want to work with, they need to know what you actually look like. They don't need to be catfished into thinking you're this, and then you show up on the appointment and you are not even a brunette. You know what I'm saying? So the whole point is get over yourself, basically. I did it. I had to do it. And I was so intimidated. I wouldn't even turn my camera on. And then finally one day I was like, okay, I'm going to turn my camera on. And then it's so weird. I don't know why. I was just so paranoid thinking everybody's looking at me. Ain't nobody looking at you. Nobody's looking at you. I'm telling you. They're all thinking about themselves and what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, trust me, after 52 years around the sun, I know a thing or two. Do y'all contour? I have a very big face. I have tried to contour. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I did get this Merit. I got this a while ago. We'll see. We're going to try it just so I can talk to y'all a little longer. So anyway, yeah, we'll try. So let's make that nose really fabulous and skinny. That's already so skinny. Get a little sun up here. I've had way too much sun. We just got back from Mexico a week ago, and I am a beach girl. I am such a beach girl. I always will be. Oh, look at that. Wow. Contouring is kind of fun. If I knew what the hell I was doing, it'd be real fun. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, so I finally got the balls and I turned the camera on. That was a liberating moment for me. And then you realize all these fears, all these limiting beliefs, all these things that we think people are walking around saying, oh my God, did you see her on camera? She looked so weird. Nobody gives a shit. Y'all, nobody gives a shit. I'm telling you, that's what we don't realize. It's so crazy. And when I finally got over that, the world expanded. The world got a lot better. I'm just telling you right now. So I did that coaching. That was fun. I love her forever because she taught me some things about myself. I've never worn this much makeup in my life for an appointment. But you know what? I feel like it's my wedding day. Just trying all my makeup that I never tried because I'm talking to y'all. So anyway, yeah, we're just going to do eye makeup. Why not? So I did that for about a year, and then that was awesome, and I learned so much about myself, and that was a big growing year for me, just like trying different things and really trying to figure out what I want out of life. That was amazing. I just had never, you do these things when you're young, like when you graduate, you're like, okay, what do I want to do with my life? Well, my daddy said, this is how old school and Southern I am. My daddy sat me down and said, Amy, you can go work for State Farm, which is where he worked, or you can go to law school. Those are your options. And I was like, okay. So I took the LSAT and I bombed it, and I didn't like it, and it stressed me out. And so I was like, I'm so tired of school. I've been here for 4.5 years. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go get a job. I want to work. I'm a worker. I love to work. So I did not go to law school, and I decided to work for State Farm. Well, then I had to go interview with them. I went to places, y'all, that I didn't even think about if I actually wanted to live there or not. It was just like wherever they had an opening, I would go. I went to West Memphis, Tennessee. I never even been there before. I was like, oh, they have a claim rep position opening there. Sure. I was just wide open, like whatever. And didn't get that one. Didn't get the one in Baton Rouge. At the time, I was living in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And there's my earrings. So I ended up getting a job in Monroe, Louisiana, this tiny town, but it was awesome. I didn't know any different. Just like my daughter who's going through this right now. She's just like, dude, I just want to work. I just want to make money. I just want to like pay my rent and not have to go to school anymore and not have to be in the studio until 3:00 in the morning anymore. So it's kind of fun to watch her going through all this right now because it's scary as hell. But I also think that you go through this again, like right now, like when your kids grow up and you're like, okay, now what do I want to do? I have been told what to do for 20 years, raising these babies. Now what do I want to do? Have you thought about that? Have you talked to yourself like that? Like, what do I want to do? I'm reading this book. I know I've mentioned it. It's called 10X is better than 2X. It's easier than 2X. And basically it just talks about getting rid of all the stuff that wouldn't make you 10X what you want to make, or even just make your life 10X better. Even if you're not in the workforce and you just want to feel great. What can you get rid of that doesn't serve you? Have you thought about that? Like, what do I do every day that I hate to do? And y'all, in the last 5 years, I have been so intentional with what I do every day. Like, so intentional. And it has been amazing. Like, amazing. But in this book, it says to wake up every morning and write a wants list. I used to do this with my dreams list, but now a wants list is even better because nobody can tell you what you can want. And nobody needs to see it. You can hide this little notebook. You can put it in a safe. It's just for you to figure out what you want. And I've started doing it. I've done it for a couple weeks now, and it's very eye-opening because you do it like today. Like today on Friday, what do I want? Right now, I just pulled my whole office apart and I want it back together so that I can feel settled and that I can work well in there. That's what I want today. Yesterday, I didn't even know I was going to do that project. I just lost my mind last night and started pulling everything apart. So what do you want? Have you even thought about what you want? Do you want more business? Do you want less business? Do you want more clients? If you're a realtor, do you want to work less time for more money? Do you only want to work with people who you enjoy working with? Are you tired of just taking the scraps from wherever? Do you want to be more intentional with the people that you work with and that you bring into your life? This doesn't even have to be about work. This can be about anything. This can be about life. Do you even enjoy the things that you're doing? Do you like the yoga class that you go to? Or do you want to take a dance class? Or do you want to learn how to cook? No, thank you. That one I don't want to do. I don't know. Have you thought about what you want to do? And wake up every morning and you write your wants list. I haven't done mine today. I need to go do it. It takes 30 seconds, but it's so enlightening. And then you're like, oh, is that what I want? Cool. I think it's just an exercise in really talking to yourself and listening to yourself and not just going through autopilot. Because I would say 90% of humans are on autopilot every day. You wake up, you do the same routine, you bitch at everybody on the way to work, you get to work in your cubicle or wherever you work, you grind it out until Friday, and then you have the weekend, and then you drink too much, or you do whatever everybody else is doing. And you're not a creator, you're a reactor. Or I used to be. And now I'm a creator, and it is fun. And not only is it fun, it's just like you can't even believe that you lived the other way for so long because you didn't even realize how you were doing it the other way. So when I decided to really go in on social media 5 years, real estate, not even social media, things just started coming my way. I learned how to meditate. I mean, that's a whole nother situation we can talk about, but meditation is basically getting really quiet and breathing. And every time you have a thought, just kind of push it out of the way. And mind's going to think. That's what minds do. But it's interesting to just listen and not always be putting out. So I love meditating. It is like one of the favorite things that I started doing back then. And then when you get really quiet like that, you start to realize what you want to do with your life, the direction you want to go in. And you get these tiny little, I call them God winks, but you may not believe in God. Whatever you believe in, it's like just a little nudge. Like, ooh, I should call that person. I remember a few years ago, I was doing real estate and I was in my meditation. And y'all, I'm not sitting around for 3 hours a day. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm talking about I wake up, I go sit on the couch, and I close my eyes for 15 minutes, which sounds crazy because you just woke up. Like, why would you close your eyes again? But it just, when you're first waking up, and now I have a new one that I do that I love that I can tell you all about, but basically it's more of a listening one, which that's a good start. If you're intimidated by meditation, type a 1 in the chat if you meditate. I would love to see who meditates, because really it will change your life. Like literally it changed my life 5 years ago. And then ever since I started doing that, that's like the foundation for all my changes. And then like little baby breadcrumbs just kept falling into my life ever since then. And then it's led to where I am now, which is, it's great. It's all good. Now, is every day magical rainbows and butterflies and I'm farting rainbows out? No, not every day is like that. But I would say 98% of what I do every day is really fun and I'm enjoying it and I love my life. It's all great. And things are coming out of the blue, things that I never could have imagined. But I just remember I was in a meditation and I knew of someone on my team who had this really cool listing that was just about to go live. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool if I could find somebody for that? And y'all, my client base was like nothing. I mean, I'd sold some houses but mostly everything I did was from open houses. That was how I got my clients. Like I would go to one of my husband's houses that he had on the market and it wouldn't even be my listing. I would just go and like bake cookies in the kitchen and stand there and try to sell the house. That was how I got clients. And then people would come in and they would not have their realtor with them. And they would say, oh, yeah, sure. This is cool, but I'm really looking for this. By the way, do you use eyelash curlers? I'm obsessed. I have like 10 of these. I have them in my car. I have them everywhere. I used to do extensions, which I loved. But then COVID hit and I couldn't do it anymore. And then I just haven't ever really gone back because I started doing that Rodan and Fields and man, does it make your lashes grow eventually. It kind of makes you look like a coke whore a little bit. Makes your eyelids turn red. But anyway, okay. So what's my point? I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about real estate and how I went all in. But I was doing a meditation, and as I was meditating, I thought, you should reach out to this girl. I wonder if she has any friends. The girl that I reached out to had just bought a house, so she wasn't in the market for a new house. But she has a lot of friends, and so I thought, I'll just reach out to her. And she goes, hold on. She was on vacation somewhere. She wasn't even at home. She goes, hold on, I know the perfect person. She called her. I kind of knew her. She was like in my sphere. Like I knew her name, but I didn't know her. Our kids were not the same age. We had nothing in common. I'd met her twice in like passing at like this other friend's house. But anyway, this is how stuff happens. I'm telling you, it's breadcrumbs. So that person called that person. She called right back. She's like, oh my God, we're looking for a lot right now. We get connected. We went over there. They fell in love. We bought it. First day on the market. Done. I mean, that's how flowy it can be when you are aligned and when you are just putting out the good vibes and just like, show me what's going to happen today. Like we are such control freaks that we try so hard to control every minute of the day. That's why I love this social media thing, because I have what I do every day on social media and it has become, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. There's a book called Ninja Selling that I love. And that was kind of how I did my business. Like, writing thank you notes and sphere of influence and doing open houses. That was how I actually got my business. But once I started doing social media, I just stopped doing all that because I didn't have to. Because I just know that every day I'm going to put out a reel or two. I'm going to get on stories and have a great time. And then everything just falls into place. It's amazing. You know why? Because people see me. They see what I look like. They're not shocked. I'm not catfishing anybody. It's not like this crazy profile picture from like 2007. It's me. This is what I look like. Today, on Friday, whatever it is. What's today, the 14th? I don't even know. Yeah. So it's like I said, it's like a 24/7 open house, social media. And I am so excited because I figured it out after taking the course that I took a year ago. And now I just want to scream it from the rooftops. I just want to help people figure this out because people my age are so intimidated by it. They think it's for kids. But where do we all spend our time all day long? Like if you're taking a break, if you're at the grocery store line, if you are in traffic, if you're at a red light, you're scrolling. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but this is what people do. And I'm not saying it's cool. I'm not proud of that, but it's the truth. So why aren't you, I don't even know what I'm doing now with the makeup. I'm just like having a good time. I've never worn this much makeup on a Friday in my life, but that was fun. So I'm doing a group coaching starting Wednesday. If you want to join me and learn everything I did to make all this happen in the last year, join me. It's $497. Like if you get one listing out of it, if you get one buyer out of it, I mean, it's like 10x the investment. And the only reason why I charge for it is because I have to. Because you won't take it seriously if you do it for free. You won't show up. I mean, I don't. I have bought things, not even bought things. I've taken like free courses and stuff, and then I just don't show up. I don't print it off. I don't pay attention. Even this Tony Robbins thing today, it's free. So I paid $1 for it. I'm like, do I really need to go? But if you pay for it and you've got some skin in the game, that is when the magic happens. Just like when I did the Heather Chauvin coaching, just when I did the Kathy Heller mastermind, I paid a lot of money for that. And don't think I did not miss one call because I knew I had skin in the game. Like I wanted to see the transformation. And that is what this group coaching is. It's 4 weeks. It's a Zoom call for an hour and a half. If you can't make the call, that's okay. I will send you the replays. You have them forever. And basically, it'll walk you step by step on how to get in social media if you're not 20 years old. And if you want to see your business explode, it doesn't have to be for realtors. If you just want to get on social media, like I have lots of people in my class who are, do other jobs like sound bath or a yoga instructor or a concierge business that's so cool. Or it's not just for realtors, but I just know a lot about realtors, and I also know what you need. I also know how intimidating and overwhelming it can be trying something new. So I make it like so fun. So I'd love to have you. So if you comment the word summer, or if you go check out my link in bio, I don't even have a link in bio, my Stan store, it's up there. It's up in the top. Just click on that. And we start Wednesday. It's going to be so fun. Oh, if you sign up before Sunday, I will give you a free Instagram audit. So basically I'll go through your Instagram and I'll tell you what's going on and what to work on. You can start today. I have a digital guide that you can start today if you want to just get started and you're fired up. Because every time I buy something, I want to start like that minute. I don't want to wait until Wednesday, you know? But what's great about Wednesday is it's just a wonderful, like, live. The energy is amazing. You think I'm fired up here? You should see me in my courses. And I don't even drink caffeine. I'm just telling you. This is what happens when you get aligned and you feel good every day and you're doing what you want to do. It's all good. So anyway, I would love to have you. So if you just DM the word comment, that's not right. DM the word summer, or comment the word summer. I'll get you signed up. It's easy breezy. And just imagine in 30 days, if you could have this new skill that you just go to the classes and you implement what I say and then see what happens. I mean, I have been blown away at what's happened in my life. Blown away. Don't you want to be blown away? Doesn't that sound fun? I think it does. Oh, I need lipstick. Let's do that. So anyway, DM the word summer, or comment the word summer, and I will send you the link. And notice when you do that, what happens. It's something I'll teach you. One thing that's so great is that you get all these systems in place. I'll teach you all these systems, and basically they automate so many things for you, because ain't nobody got time to be working on this for hours a day, right? I mean, in the beginning, it's difficult. It's like the 10,000 hours, Malcolm Gladwell. You can't really get good at something until you've done it for 10,000 hours. Man, I've done way more than 10,000 hours by now. But even just getting started feels icky. It feels a little sticky. It feels, difficult. But that's just life, man. That's like when you're a baby and you're starting to walk, or you're learning to read. You don't just quit because it's hard for like a minute. And every day it gets easier. So now I've got it down to a system. In fact, I have such proof of concept that I can go back. I save a lot of the things that I put out there, and then I recycle them every few months. And then I also teach you how to go into Google and learn what people are looking up, like today, figure that out. And then that makes your content so much more valuable to what people are actually wanting to know, like today on Friday in 2024 in June, instead of like, what were they talking about in 2022? Who gives a shit? That was completely different. Interest rates were lower. There was, more inventory. Now everything is so different. But I'm just here to tell you, it's all such a mindset. I'm going to go out looking like a clown. It's such a mindset. People were telling me, oh, the interest rate's so bad. Maybe you should just take a break. What if I had taken a break? By the way, this is my new summer look. I do lip liner. I feel like I'm a 1980s girl, because I am. And then I do my Laneige gloss, because I don't like lipstick. And it's my favorite. And my favorite one is this other color. This is a little peachy for me. But if you do the liner only, and then I do this. And this is my favorite. I have the purple one. I have every color of this. I've even got Scott wearing it, which is so funny because he kind of has shiny lips. But he loves it because it really is the most hydrating thing ever. I don't want to wear anything else. Anyway, comment the word summer. Let's get this party started. Let's have fun together. Let's make you six figures. If you have any questions, DM me. We can talk. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of makeup. It's all good. Anyway, I hope you have a great Friday. And let me know if you have any questions. All right. Love you.